Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on our YouTube account and we are looking at Phase 3. That is right guys, Phase 3 for the Swamp Corruptor is already up at this point. I'm going to go through the teams that we've been utilizing for these comps, show you some variations of it that I pulled from Reddit, that I pulled from a couple different sources. So as we get into this boss guys, now we need 3 soul teams, so we are getting more in depth. Now the first team is a pretty staple team, a pretty easy team. It is, of course, Baden. Baden has to be in this formation. We have Saurus in here. We have the twins. We do have Damon, and we also do have Hodgkin. Now this, again, is the staple formation we've seen. I've also seen a variation of this where we actually drop out the twins and we add in Yennefer. But Yennefer has to be super built, guys. Has to be built out within that formation. So again, some players are dropping out the twins. They are dropping Yennefer in that location, right in the middle, and really maximizing the damage in here. Overall, I have found that the twins have worked the best, and the damage for as stable as it is has worked pretty well. Also looking at different formations, guys, a lot of players did use, depending on the builds on the pet. I'm just going to go with the basic pet. We're going to use the Grassy Orb in this one. Now looking at the second formation, the Awakened version of Taylene, the Awakened version of Solus, and then we also do have Nevi in here with Scarlet and Rusline. So this is really a primary focused group that we've seen in here, and I'm looking at some of the builds again that we're kind of seeing over here, different options for different formations, but it seems like this is really the build that we're kind of seeing. Also seeing the Awakened version of Taylene and actually running, instead of Nevi, actually putting Astrilda within this formation. If you don't have Nevi, Astrilda will work in this formation as well. But the main thing is you do have the shielding aspect in here with the Awakened version of Taylene, and then you also do have the healing aspect in here with the SP effect that we're seeing for Solus. So overall, guys, it seems like they've kind of went back and forth. I've seen both heroes kind of using different ways. I believe Solus is kind of the ideal one in here that players are using within the second formation. And again, I tried Nevi in here. It didn't really work very well. So I'm going to try this with Astrilda. Now, when it comes to our third comp, guys, now this one is a little bit different. There are a lot of variations to this one. The original version of Taylene, as you see right here, we have Halos in here. We have Mortis to buff. Driving Force is, of course, Lucretia right here with Anasta. Now, a lot of players I know do not have Anasta built, which is the reason why, again, looking at a couple of the different formations depending on how you have it built. So another formation is running the original version of Taylene, running Lucretia in here, which we have seen, running Anasta in here with Halos, or no, dropping out Halos, bringing Mortis in here, and then using Audrey. So again, this is another formation. I'm going to go ahead and try this one. Requires a huge investment, guys. It really does require a huge investment. Boom, let's see. So 3, so 1-1. Look at that, guys. 636. Last team was absolutely horrible. Middle team, definitely pretty good, but that last team was absolutely horrible. So that one is not going to work, guys. Again, looking at a couple of the variations in here. Big shout out to Riser that showed these over in the guild. And again, this is kind of the similar formation. Seeing Anasta in here, seeing Mortis in here. And this actually drops the twins in, but again, the twins we're utilizing within the first group. So this would drop the twins in, which would require you essentially to change this one up. And dropping out the twins, of course, you could bring in Yennefer and seeing exactly where the damage happens and lands within this team. So I'm going to try it with the twins in here, guys. See exactly where we come in. Again, just kind of playing around with formations, playing around with the damage. So 696, look at that. Look at the RNG here, guys. 650. That was over over a billion last time. So we definitely dropped an incredible amount. You can see formation 3 went up a lot, but formation 1 absolutely just got crushed into the dirt on that one. Then the final formation, again, we're going to try this one out. So I'm going to drop the twins out. We're going to swap them back to the first team, which I think, again, looking and testing out the damage, this was the most effective within here. Second team, again, if I had Taylene built, I feel like we would do incredibly well in here. But because of where we have her, that is really what we got, guys. We can't merc in here. So this one, we're going to run with Halos. So we're actually putting Halos back into this formation, guys. Now this one, interesting enough, is running Silas with Anasta and then also running Raku. So I'm going to run Silas in here, and then I'm going to drop Raku in here. Again, just kind of playing around with these formations, guys. Let's see where this team comes up. And I know a lot of players don't have Halos in there. So let's see, 1 billion, look at that, 661. So the third team through all three formations, guys, really doing bad. So hitting 2.4 right there. My best attempt so far, I believe, was 3, which we hit right here, guys. So that was, again, this same team, Saurus, doing an incredible amount of damage. Second team, of course, if we had that awakened version of Tailene, I figured if we had her built a lot more, we would do a lot better. This had Nevi in there instead of Estrilda, which didn't put out as much. So I'm going to keep Estrilda in there. And then the third team was the build of really Lucretia driving it. We have Halos in there. And again, I'm going to go back to this build and see. We have, what, 2 challenge attempts left. So first team is remaining the same, guys. Again, this one working pretty well. I'm going to put some of my bigger pets in here and see if it really makes a difference. This one, again, I'm going to stay in here. I'm going to swap in, you know, let's go with this pet. Let's go with the Grassy Orb, just because, again, it's going to amplify the damage that we're doing in here. And the final one, guys, we're going to drop out. We're going to put Lucretia in here. We're going to keep Halos in here. We're going to put Anasta. We're going to put Mortis. And this is going to be the driving factor with Lucretia. So this is the build we originally had when we came in here. That did work pretty well. Again, running the Winged Lion in here. Hopefully this is going to be, and again, changing up team 2 might have given me some more damage in there. Again, this one, and I'd like to see how long they run, guys. I'm going to let them run through this time, just because if you're dying out after, you know, 20, 30, 40 seconds, you're not doing anywhere near the damage that you need to be doing. And you can see, guys, how fast this ramps up. Now, one thing to remember with this fight in particular, guys, super ultra high RNG with this one. We have seen probably one of the absolute highest RNG factors with this boss particularly, that players have tried this. They've set a lot of diamonds into it, did a lot of retries, and then all of a sudden, guys, damage just clicked with all three teams, made an incredible amount of damage. You can even see here, guys, we're doing pretty good. Hodgkin did go down right there. But again, Saurus having those stacks, this is my best attempt by far with the first team, 1.2 billion. Second team, of course, a very high RNG factor because of Scarlet, guys. We know Scarlet is just probably one of the biggest RNG factors in the game, just because her damage is through the roof. But if the damage does hit allied units, you're going to kill them out, and you're going to kill them out very, very fast. And unfortunately, guys, again, we don't have Tailene to really do the damage here. And then this one is 100% focused around Lucretia. We have Halos' buff up there. We have Mortis' buff on Lucretia, which means that is really the driving factor, guys. Trying to just maximize the damage that Lucretia puts out while keeping her survival up. And also Tailene, again, keeping the heroes alive is really the focus. You can see, guys, the damage in this one, it's a pretty slow build, but Lucretia puts out consistent damage. And you can see there, even Halos within here, guys, has the cubes up on everyone. Mortis did buff a majority of the heroes, but again, Lucretia in this one looks like it died out. She died out pretty quick right there, which is, of course, not going to result in as high. But that might be my best attempt, 3-2, which is our new record, guys. I'm not going to hit, from where I'm at, I'm not going to hit this 4 billion mark. Unless, of course, we do. I want to make sure that was my best attempt that we did down here, guys. The 3 billion. Halos, Mortis, yeah, it was that exact same team. I just did the 30 engraving on Anasta just because I am using her in a bunch of different formations. So again, let's see if we can do it, guys. Boom, there we go. Nope, 3.2, so this was 3.1. So did not beat the formations, guys. But again, that'll do it for the Swamp Corruptor. You can come in here, you can try to really push the leaderboards. I know, again, looking at keys damage, look at this. Almost 2 billion from Yennefer, but again, guys, that Yennefer is built as high as possible. I'm sure it is completely maxed out. You can even see right there, guys, 36 of 36 furniture, completely maxed out, doing almost 2 billion damage in this game mode. And of course, the pets are maxed out as well, really resulting in incredible amount of damage, as well as the Elder Tree, again, completely maxed out. So, all right, guys, so that'll do it for the team comps for the Swamp Corruptor. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and as always, thank you guys for watching.